Shelley Young. I'm the owner of the chopping block, and today I'm going to teach you how to make a basic. First step in it is 2 tablespoons of butter. Get a saucepan about a moderate heat. We add 2 tablespoons of butter. We're just going to let that butter start to melt. We use unsalted butter, so I would recommend that. We don't want anyone else to control the salt that we're putting in the dish. We want to do that ourselves. These are just minced shallots. Don't worry about how well you mince them. The shape is not that important because they're going to be strained out later, so not that important. 1 piece of celery, 1 large carrot minced. We're going to brown them a little bit as well. When we're making a brown sauce, the browning of the vegetables just adds to the depth and flavor of the sauce. And when we are making sauces, the reason I want to go through this extra step of browning these vegetables and caramelizing them is complexity. When I think about cooking and making sauces, I really want to develop complexity. That doesn't mean I want to make it harder. It just means I want the flavor to taste complex. And so by taking that extra step, that adds another level of flavor to your sauce. After we've sauteed our vegetables for about 5 to 6 minutes, you'll see there's a light golden brown on the vegetables. You also start to see some browning in the bottom of the pan. Again, don't worry about that. That's the concentrated flavor of the vegetables that are cooking in here. They're going to come out of the pan once we add the wine and add a lot of flavor to the stock. So don't worry about that. The next thing we want to add is our flour. We're going to use 2 tablespoons of all-purpose white flour. And we're going to saute that. Then we're going to add 2 tablespoons of tomato paste. We're going to take this step of actually sauteing this tomato paste a little bit as well. What that does, it just cooks out the raw taste of the tomato paste, adds a little depth of flavor. Look at all the fond in the bottom of the pan. All the brown bits. Again, that's called fond, F-O-N-D. Those are all coming out, even with the acidity of the tomato and the moisture of the tomato paste. So 1 to 2 minute saute on that. The next step is our wine. We have about a ½ cup of red wine. I'm going to quickly add that. Keep in mind though, wine is just room temperature. I add that. I'm going to quickly add my stock, beef stock, 2½ cups of beef stock. See how I didn't worry too much about stirring it like crazy once I added the stock? A lot of people worry a lot about lumps. Lumps in your sauce. Well, if your stock is cool or room temperature or even cold, and you add that to the stock or to the sauteed vegetables and the flour, it's going to stop the cooking. Once it stops the cooking, then the lumps won't form. So I have cooked my sauce, my Espanol sauce, my brown sauce, for about 15 to 20 minutes. Our next step is to strain it. We want to remove the bits of carrots, celery, onion, bay leaves, all the things that we put in here, all the solids, from the sauce. You can see how deep and rich this sauce looks. What I want to do is season this with sauces and soups. It's always important to season the salt and pepper at the end. If you season at the beginning, you're very likely to over-salt or in an elegant sauce like this, one of the ways that we really create complexity and depth of flavor is to finish with butter. Take pieces of cold unsalted butter and add these, whisking constantly. Once they're incorporated, the sauce is done. It's rich and delicious. And that's how you make brown sauce.